Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Mic is Listening. And this is going to be completely different than what we normally do and totally impromptu because, well, I literally just got out of a meeting and I've decided to hold myself accountable to saying, hey, if I'm going to live stream every Wednesday, we're going to do it rain or shine, warts and all and ugliness. So today's topic, it's just going to be me talking a little bit here about networking events and meeting in real life. And I do know a lot of people have been talking and asking me about like, hey, are you doing, what are you doing with this global leaders organization? What is this? Why do you talk about this business organization? Aren't you just a podcast producer, strategist, etc.? And so I just want to clarify a couple things here, which is my business, how I get paid is I produce other people's podcasts. So I don't monetize my own personal podcasts. I call those vanity projects. So just to clarify those that are wondering how the hell I make money, but also because I'm in entrepreneurship, because I value the world of hustling so much, there is a component of meeting people and putting yourself out of your comfort zone and meeting people for the purpose of maybe exchanging value with one another, where you can introduce other people to, someone and or vice versa. So we had a global leaders organization meeting this morning, and I was pleasantly surprised, you guys, because half the room was female. So as entrepreneurs, we understand, there's certain demographics on things, but this room is full of global leaders organization members, but we've also partnered with the Alliance of Mergers and Acquisition Advisors. So these are all M&A folks. And, it's mostly male dominated. It is what it is. And I got to tell you, with each progressive meeting that we've had, oh my gosh, you guys, the fact that almost half the room was female when the first meetings was like maybe 2 or 3 or 4. And when I say 2, 3 or 4, Lindsay Wendler is the chair for AMNAA. There's myself, Aaron, my other, soon to be former business partner. We were all like the token females in the room with Michelle, the founder of Glow. So it's just like so crazy to know that like we grew from just 3, 4 gals who were basically hosting the party to to half the room is female. So woo-hoo, female empowerment. So this is so funny because I didn't advertise that to be popping up now, so I don't even know if anyone's watching or listening, but I just want to encourage everyone to I guess sing your praises. So, I see posts all the time on LinkedIn saying, hey, what are your little wins this week? What are your little wins in life? And you know what? Today, as with a lot of events, when it has to do with meeting people and being around other people, I call those wins because there's so many individuals who are so uncomfortable with meeting in real life. In fact, I would dare say the pandemic in some ways has really helped, folks that weren't so comfortable meeting people in real life gain relationships virtually. And that's awesome. But because of that, you're meeting people randomly and whatnot. I've seen maybe more people come out in real life because they've kind of gotten practice. And what they say, practice makes perfect, right? And so, again, hey, Justin, shout out to you. I don't know how to add banners and branding on this stuff here, so I'm just saying hi to you, Justin. I'm just so excited and so thrilled. So big win is I met some individuals. I don't know, full disclosure, I don't know a lot about mergers and acquisitions. I don't know anything about investment banking. I know absolutely nothing about finance and accounting. But what I do know, and what my value add to organizations and meetups like this, is that I know entrepreneurs, business owners who are looking to accelerate their growth. They're looking at maybe possibly seeking access to capital after bootstrapping for so many moons. Or quite frankly, maybe they just want to sell off their business because they just don't have the energy anymore and they want to, coast into retirement and happy zone. And so I love the fact that no, I cannot talk spreadsheets and EBITDA, all that stuff. I don't know any of those terms, but I do know My value add is to introduce people to each other. And if there's a way to collaborate, or if we know maybe secondary and tertiary network of folks to connect with one another, I am like all freaking for that. So I know, Justin, thank you for listening. You're the best ever. Justin was another perfect example of someone that I met virtually, have never met in person. We've done a couple phone calls, just like laughing and stuff. And I would absolutely just recommend Justin to anyone. And a great guy. So anyone down in Houston, he is one of our video editors. So by all means, hit Justin up. Justin, I forgot the name of that place. What is that? Woodlands Online, Woodlands Online, I think it is. So, excuse me. So I had another question that I want to answer since I'm just doing an impromptu and we're sitting in a car. I mean, literally sitting in a car here. Like that, you can't get more fun than that. But I did have woodlandsonline.com. Thank you, Justin. So a question I'm often asked is, I don't have the camera equipment. I don't have the microphone. I don't have the lighting. Well, guess what? I'm doing exactly what I tell everyone to do. If you're starting out with creating digital content like this, it's okay if you don't have all the proper equipment, right? Literally, I'm holding my phone on the steering wheel and hopefully it's not shaking too much. Hopefully my audio is okay. I might be muting my audio here a little bit, but move my hand. But some tricks at lighting. So I'm in the car and I'm kind of like getting the lighting filtered in. So I guess I'm looking at myself a little bit. Looks pretty decent. What you want to try to avoid is harsh direct lighting. So sometimes that secondary lighting that kind of like funnels through, and maybe my windshield's helping shadow a little bit. Thank you, windshield. But do be aware of the lighting, right? So right now it's 10 o'clock in the morning here in Dallas, Fort Worth, and it's a beautiful sunny day. You don't want the sunlight behind you, right? So just be aware of where the light source is. And excuse me, to make sure that your lighting looks good. I see a lot of folks with amazing cameras and their just lighting is all jacked up. So again, what you want to do is make sure you've got lighting in front of you, or if it's like this where it's kind of dissipated a little bit through that windshield. And again, it's lights overhead. I guess I could try to like maybe do overhead. You just want to avoid direct lighting where they get that harshness. And quite frankly, it highlights the bags in your eyes. But that's okay. We're not here to be a model. Other thing too, I don't have, and many people recommend, I'm just using my cell phone microphone right now because I didn't think I'd be impromptu doing this, but you could always invest in like a $20 like lavalier. You just plug it next to your phone, and then just kind of hold it up. You see a lot of TikTokers do that where they're carrying this like little button, little black thing. And those are just lavaliers and they're just moving around. The only thing with lavaliers I would caution you on is you do have to get somewhat close and they pick up wind sound like mofos. So if you're a breathier talker, right, it's going to pick up. And of course, if you're in a windy location, just be aware and cognizant of the fact that that wind might be hitting down on, hopefully that guy doesn't hit my door. He's just opening the door right now. Anyway, just be cognizant of the fact that, there's like wind and stuff around. You could have where they have like an attachment microphone to your phone. Excuse me. All of those are great tools. But again, for the purposes of sometimes if you're doing something spontaneous like this, guys, rock and roll with what you got. There's beauty in imperfection. I don't know how to tell you like a bajillion more times. There's beauty in imperfection. Be imperfect. It's all good in the hood. Ain't no one going to judge you for it. And, be yourself. Because, if you're overly polished and perfect, and that's your branding, that's one thing. But if you're just a normal person and you try to overproduce, the odds are high you're probably not going to do it. You're probably not going to release it. You're probably going to be like stuck in that hamster wheel of, oh, I want to put digital content up and out there, but it doesn't look good or it doesn't sound right. Look, practice makes perfect. So what if the audio and video isn't perfect at the jump? Go with it for now until you hone in your skills, until you figure out what works for you. Go with it. Try it out and release it, because no one is perfect from the jump, right? Look at all the Olympic athletes out there. Olympic athletes started from ground zero, and it's just practice. It's just repetition. It is simply, it is time makes perfect, or something. What's that saying? Oh, yet again, if someone knows that saying for me, practice makes perfect and time something or the other. But anyway, so I'm just super excited. I'm totally amped up. And again, the Global Leaders Organization, the Alliance of Mergers and Acquisition Advisors. Why do I care? It's because it's helped me with my business. It's helped me with making connections because I'm a connector at heart with other people. And so if you're looking at the philosophy that I always, really emphasize, which is all ships rise with the tide. Excuse me. I'm trying to get over this cough. All ships rise with the tide. So if you are supporting your peers and they are all successful, I assure you, success begets success. People collaborate with other successful people. It all comes around and goes around. And so that's why I'm so just enthusiastic with real life meeting. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of great remote Zoom, whatever meetings type, meetup groups. That's one thing. But again, sometimes shaking that hand, and I've said this before, when you can touch someone, not pervertedly, professionally, everyone, and you can smell someone. I know it sounds very odd to say that, but pheromones do matter. Excuse me. Excuse me. If you can, just see how they actually physically move in 3 dimensions. It is so extremely compelling and powerful to make that connection with individuals. So find a local chapter within your city that you can trust and build that tribe. I swear to God, it's so cool. It is very empowering. And if you don't know, reach out to me and I can suggest other ways. I know other business organizations. Glow is not in every city. If you would like to be a chair like me, you are and would like to start one in your chapter, by all means hit me up and I can tell you about it. But yeah, I mean that's it in a nutshell. I kind of been talking a little bit. I know it's impromptu, but I'm really excited. It's very different. I don't normally do this, but I figured why the hell not? Why not? And that's the joy of life, guys. So put yourself out of your comfort zone. This is, I would say I'm used to being in front of the camera, but I'm not used to just doing something like this on the fly with my phone, largely because it takes a lot of effort and time to hold this damn thing steady. So hopefully I didn't make everyone like car sick. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. I'm going to probably do a bye week next week for Thanksgiving. Everyone, happy Thanksgiving for the United States, and everyone else in the world. Is really nice to see ya, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Peace out, everyone, and thanks for listening to The Mic is Listening.